Okay, mate. You want some more power out of your Chinese chainsaw. So, what you have to do first is give it a blow job, which I've done. Blow job. Everyone loves a good blow job. Blow it all up here. So, get down all the holes and stuff. Try and get rid of as much dust as you can out of the saw. Clean up before you do any more work, but yeah, just a quick clean up. So, I pull the saw apart and find out what it is first. I want to know what size motor it is. And normally, not always, but normally they're written on the side of the cylinder, what they are, but I'll pull it down. But on this side here, normally, I have seen on this side, down here, the part down there, but you can't really see it till you pull the cylinder off, but I want to find out what the saw is. It says 62, but it could be many things. But the compression has popped up. It's sitting still for so long, but it had no compression when I first really got it. Now, good compression. But I'll have a look, see what it is, and I'll work out the squish. Okay, first signs to say what it is. It's a 2 transfer chamber. The 4's got lines across the top here, so this is 2, so one other side. I have seen them with 4 with no lines, it's very rare though. Down the side down here, I can see a 2, different 2. A bit of dirt, but looks like a 62. See a number down there. I'll zoom in. Wow. Where is the number? I can't see my camera. Yeah, 62, so best I can get. So that's what the number's there. But I still want to go in further. Going further. Because I don't have too much time with this thing, I've got enough time to do a few things, but not that many. Now, I want to know what squish it's got. It's 2 transfer chamber, so my favourite one, if it's 62, I can't buy these no more. And they're good because you actually machine the bait and you do a pop-up piston on these without having an open exhaust, so free porting. So have a look where the squish sits. It's reasonably tight. I won't need to even do a base gasket delete, but we'll try. That's alright. What do I have? I think I can. This is right. 39. 39,000. It's to be tight to 39. I might be able to still do that though. I'll take a bit off the piston, do a pop-up. Might do that. Could do that. But yeah, it looks like the cylinder's alright, but I'll have a look. I'll take that off. So I'll take the carby off and all that, so I just want to make more power out of this thing. Get it done. Okay, so I worked it out. The gasket that was on this, all the screws are loose, like except for one. The front left was tight. All the ones were like finger tight. The cheddar gun didn't make a noise. You put it undone. The gasket stuck there. It was stuck on by glue, basically. Now I measured the gasket. The gasket 25 thou. I've got 38 thou, 39 thou squish. So the best thing I can do is machine some of the piston. And there's not much of a squish pan, so I'll take a little lip off the very edge of the piston up here, and that should give me enough clearance. So I'll do a base gasket delete, a little upper compression, give me a bit more lower, give me a bit more intake timing. I might actually go into the intake too, because that's just too small, way too small. Too small. I might go sideways, open up sideways a fair bit, because these pistons are full skirt pistons, so I can go where I want with that. I'm just about to put it back on and check for clearances where the ring and that's it, so if I can go up, I'll go up to it. I'm not going to touch the exhaust. I'll clean the exhaust up, but yeah, the exhaust will be enough, it'll go. Not very nice shape though, but yeah, I'm not going to play too much, not going to spend too much time on this thing. So the back's alright, the front light. Front's like new too, so it's only the back because it's sucked up sawdust, so that's alright. That's a 48mm piston. Now I know that 48 because I've used a ring off this before for my Solo 670, which is a 48mm piston. So my Solo 670, which is that rig up there, she's running a Chinese made ring and it works fine, so yeah, I measured up. So 47 point whatever, but it's close enough to 48, it's 48. I'm happy the comrade and all that's alright. So number, here we go. You see 62. Focus. Come on, focus. Don't want to focus. Go close. Come on. The 62k, see? What you're looking for is things like that, mark like that. Other side's got nothing on there, don't think. No. So it's usually on the flywheel side, normally. But there are two transfers, Harley and squish band. So if I do a pop-up piston, make this thing bark a lot more, and give it a little bit more intake timing, I'll pull the intake boot off. I won't even worry about that gasket there. I do have a gasket. I might put that one back on first. You need it for spacing, for the boot and stuff. So the guy had this running store. It's a fashion one that it keeps the heat away from the car, because you get fuel leakage and stuff like that, or air venting, what they call it, heat loss. Alright, it's done. Trying to stick to the theme where someone else can do the same thing. I found the part for a brand new 4 transfer chamber cylinder for this, up on the bench up there, and it had a gasket. Now I haven't measured this yet. The last one off here was 25,000. What's this one? It's a lot thinner, I can feel it. With 19,000, so I'm happy with that. I couldn't get the intake boot off here either, so I thought just leave that alone. So I'll leave that where it is. I put the screws back on. One was tight, one was loose, so it's just glued on there. I don't have a spare intake boot either, so I don't want to damage that. I would like to have opened up that intake though. It's just no good. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'll leave the way it is. I'll clean this past here off. Then I'll add compression, and that's all I want to do. Then I'll add a muffler of this and put the rest of that back. I'll pull the carburetor apart to clean it out, put it back together, and I'll do a timing advance. Do a test, I suppose, see how that goes. But yeah, I could make that go a lot more. Because the squish band is so small, I was going to do machining, that's why I didn't do it. You guys watching. Machining, I'd angle that piston on an angle. I wouldn't do a pop-up per se, more like a dome. But just a total angle to get that squish band away from the very edge of the piston to give you more compression, but more power. And we'll see how the squish fits now. It should be pretty good now. 39 before, so it should be close to 30, I think it should be. So it will add stuff to it, add good compression. Right, get back together. I think I highly recommend with these saws, because the way they are, but this saw's been going for years, but I still do it. Yeah, you can't really see here, but the wrist pinning clip there, pull that out and cut about 1/4 inch off that tag, just enough so you grab your pliers, or pliers, jewelry pliers, just enough that you grab it. Otherwise you'll come out at the worst time possible. Can't do one hand. Worst time possible and break your whole motor. So pull them out both sides and just trim them off. Both of them trimmed up, so I put them back in the piston. That way you can get higher revs that the tag's snapping off. And I've had them snap off and the motor makes a god awful noise and throw away your motor. So yeah, always snap them off if you can. I put glue on these things because they, being the Chinese, cheap, old machining is not that good. It doesn't hurt putting glue there, motor seal. Now I'm going to put glue on the screws too because they are loose. On them all tight. So I put a little bit in. So I found over time, guys, one and nice and bit of glue on the end of the threads so they can't vibrate out. So gas and all, it's all going off right now. But do it quickly. You look at the right thing here. A bit of glue. One thread like that. Wind down the hole. Because you got your gasket there, you got line the gasket and cylinder up, everything in one hit. My torch is flat again like usual. As your thread starts. Just get 3 or 4 threads in there, like that. So you're not squishing your gasket, don't squish it, let it float around before you do anything else. These are better with these long reach because they're magnetized so they don't let go too easily. Be careful so your cylinder doesn't go skew with. Make sure they wind in nice. That's winding in, on there. That's winding in good. 2 out of 4. Should be able to start this up this afternoon, maybe if I'm lucky, quick enough. That's in the afternoon. There's daylight saving soon, which I don't really like. Right, it's school holidays right now too. It's school holidays, so much noise from the neighbours and stuff. Which where I'm going on. Screaming at the kid. Kid's got autism, so he's one of those special kids. He's always in trouble, always climb the tree next door, look in my backyard. To make sure it goes in probably because there's cylinder there from the previous cylinder. It could be skew weaving or it could be cross threading, so don't go too stupid. Take your time and feel the threads. They feel right, they're screwed in my hand. But I'm almost ready to push the cylinder down. Make sure they go in. I've got the thin gasket. You can buy thin gaskets from Jono and Jono. I think they're about $12.50 each. You can buy them separately, or you buy a full cylinder kit for $40. That's one I bought. A different gasket, but I can't find those gaskets. They're slightly bigger than the 58 cc's, 52, and 45. So it's hard to get that thin one, but I know where to get them from. So Jono and Jono. So I'm pouring them all in first before I tighten them up. I haven't done switch yet, so I know the switch will be tighter. That's almost all in. So you should be a pretty good squish after this. And that machine works so far. There you go. Now if I can reach that, the handlebars on the road. Nearly take them off. I'll try and do a quick one. So I get the saw back to the owner. I'll nip it up. Nip it up. Nip it up. I've got no lube in this thing at all, so because I never even took the rings off. I'm thinking about it though. I can do it. Come on. I hate close because you're trying to push the top there against time. Going fast. There you go, she's in there. Now he's wind over, make sure you're not hitting nothing. Yep, feels dry, but it's good. That'll do it up on my arm. Probably two, but not too hard. Just be careful. Don't go too berserk, you strip your screws. I do this because I know the gas is compressed. So I might as well go around with the machine and do the same. I get my long reach 4mm. I'll do it by hand to make sure they're all the same. By hand, hopefully. Where's my long reach? There it is. A ball. I didn't want a ball, but that's all I could get. Yep. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. Tight. Right, we'll do squish test now. Let's see what you turn it to be. I'll cut the end of that off. Give you a solder. Feel like I start up, the glue will go off as soon as I start. When you do baskets and delete, I leave for 24 hours normally. So, piston's going back up. The solder in there. It's on the wall. Yeah, she's a lot tighter. I can feel that. I get more power, slightly more intake timing. Right, yeah, way thicker. Look at that. Watch it measure out to be worth 39. So we should be a lot better now. On the very edge. $28,000, 27,000. So I'm happy with that. That'll make the saw buzz a lot better. And they were cheap. It's a gasket, and it had to be done because all the bolts are loose. The intake bolts are loose. The cylinder bolts are loose. So what I'll do next is do the timing of this because I know that had to be done. There's no way around that. It had to be done. So I'll knock this off. When I do that, I get the paws here, tie them back with zip ties. And my ear slot. There's there. I leave the handle on here so I can hang on to the saw. Do what I have to do. Take your plastics off because it makes it easier, have more room. There's another John Rowley thing. John did this once on a small saw. I saw it for what a fantastic idea. So I need to undo that nut there. It's pretty easy. Try to do it on the camera. It's not scary, guys, just practice. On reverse with normal thread. Undo that. Watch your hands. That's undone now. Now you want to alright, then you want to do a spring washer underneath the white nut. I'll take that off. Meantime, I want the spring washer off for a reason. Because I want the nut further down on the actual crank. A magnet, I suppose. That's damage done. Right, there's the spring washer. I'll put that back on when I finish. Same as a giveaway saw. I'll do timing events on this. So winding that back on, you can normally tell by witness marks which way the nut came off, which is right here. You see the spring where the spring washer was. Wind it back on, level the end of your crank. And it's got thread locker on there, so it's just hard. So be careful with it. Take your time. You want to be just off the floor. Bit more. Do the rest by hand. So you want level with the crank, like that. All right. I'm gonna grab that with a vice grips. Don't matter, the small ones, the big ones, whatever. Try and go in the spot where you got most. You can get to a counterbalance weight. So it's strong. Don't go over tight because you'll snap them. Just enough so you can support some weight. Like that, okay? You'll hold support some of the weight of the saw. No, only a big hammer. It's a bit where it's hard. Might get a small hammer. It's too big in the head. Now I might try to do it. There you go, so it's off. So, bigger the hammer the better, but it's hard, you can hit stuff. The other day when the giveaway saw, I found one already broken off, so I have found a new one in another saw, so I'll use that. But anyway, we'll do that. Take them back off now. I can use them again another day. Take the crank. Take the nut off the crank. You can burn it in your crank very easily. But you might mount full of that. There you go. There's your seal behind there. Take a bit off that keyway and add a bit more time, about 7 degrees, something like 5 degrees. I'll bring it back. You've never done time events before. There's your keyway, and you're taking part off that side of the keyway so you can advance your timing towards the coil so it comes closer, quicker. So it gets there before it normally does. In other words, advance. Here comes the rain again. Now I'll go back to virgin material. I'm lining it up with that mark there on the end of that plastic bung there, so you got it from that side. Go up to virgin material, so end of that plastic plug, right. About 5 degrees. You could do heat more, but I don't want to wreck this saw. If I had more intake timing, more fuel, I would do more. There's no point. So there's, where does that come to? About 5 degrees. Probably could take more off that, I suppose. Right, I'll take a little bit more off and I'll lock her up. These Tony saws are good for a couple of times, but after that you'll didn't need the crank, so don't do this too often because it won't work, trust me. So I'll back to the virgin material, the plug there. That's a Harley screw. That's the timing event, so about 60 degrees, I think, 65 degrees. I'm happy with that. Now turn your flywheel anti-clockwise until it engages that keyway and tighten it up like that, and it should be fine. So I'll put my spring washer back on, where it should go. Take me time putting the nut back on, they're a pain in the butt sometimes. Must have. No, it's going on, so happy with that. Turn it clockwise and tighten it up. Because it has to be against the key where you've adjusted on the part that you've actually adjusted, okay? If you go the other way, it will just be stand timing, so you want to advance towards the coil, so your magnet on the flywheel is just there. You want to go towards the coil. I'll tighten it up. I want this tight, so if you go over tight, you will strip this again, so you can't go too crazy. I've seen the spring washer collapse, nuts on tight. You double it again if you want. It's on tight, so I wouldn't touch it after that. That's the time event's done too, so the reason that is you get more fuel, you need more time to burn fuel. Fuel is a material, it takes time to turn to something else, which is exhaust and fumes. It takes time to burn, so if you have more fuel, more air, you need more ignition timing to a point if you go too far. Now these saws, because they're an old saw, they got a set timing. Titan tech ones. They actually got a timing event in the coil, and you can't really do too much to the coil eventing, otherwise the coil backfires and carry on. So the other ones are better in some ways. The older coils won't fit the Titan tech. The magnets are different. So they're always doing something different. If you want to, if you got some way of doing angle one, you cut this here, cut a bit there out, and let more air up into the carburetor. Another way of making an improvement. The Titan tech actually has that cut just there, so you do that. It's one way to give it like a turbo or a forced air induction, but things like that. So I'll get this back together. The exhaust, I just followed that too. The exhaust gasket that was broken, so I had to pull apart, and the broken part was facing up towards the plastic. So eventually it would have cooked a hole through the plastic. Now the exhaust itself, it might be small. It's more here, but the actual we call it cheese grater inside of it. The holes are fairly big, but the new exhaust will be slightly bigger again. So if you give it a bit more power, so I'll be using the big one. This, so things like this will add improvements. So I've done timing. I dropped the cylinder to about 10,000. So I added compression. Put it get dry, but it should be good. Had burn too good. Just burn a bit. What do you call it? Light, lean. Didn't feel like it though. But I will clean that carby out. Should be a lot better. Yeah. If that fuel goes up through that, be good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's not even tight, so I'll get the rest of this back together. And we'll hopefully get to see what she sounds. With time in advance and all that crap. I don't know if I get time to do some working today, but just it started rain. Bloody pain in the butt. When you replace these air fillers with a paper air filler, make sure you put that rubber boot back on, and also make sure the boot underneath, the one just there, is sitting where it should be sitting like flat like that. If sometimes you get bent up and get stuck between the carby and the plastic or metal. So just keep an eye. Make sure it's sitting flush where you should be sitting. Oh, there's a light. I'm using my torch best I can. It's almost flat. That should be sitting like that. That part there holds it where it should be so it doesn't vibrate up and down. I put some elastic on that. She revs and choker on and off. Because sometimes the elastic will make its way into the intake, so it'll stick your choke shut. So have a look at it and make sure she's right. Fit one of these paper air fillers for this particular model. You gotta look for a round edge here. Above. Gotta be round, curve like that, okay? line up here straight. The curved one goes with the cover that I'm playing with now, with the screw on top. Now you can buy straight ones for the cover that clips on the side, and you can't buy the clip on. You can't buy the curved ones like this. As far as I know on eBay, I've tried. Yeah, I got it from AliExpress, but that's the size you want. Your little bolt, the bolt's offset that lines up at the top of cover. Things like little changes. So make sure you get the right bar. Now the top cover here, not put on properly, but make sure you do enough relief here where the plastic goes. Otherwise your air filter won't sit down hard and flush with that plastic bit here. You gotta bend the air filter just a bit, put it on to it's a rectangle, but you'll stretch over that. So make sure you cut and just out that plastic just there. The screws, they won't ready the screws bottom out at the bottom down here. So you can't go too far. If you want to cut more, but yeah, it's just a little bit of time and take your time. You do it. Everything right, the air filter should look like that. The air filter should look like that. It's pretty close to tight fit here, but like that, nice and clean. You gotta move the spark plug in as hard as you can. It rubs against it. Otherwise, I normally pull that boot there back towards the head here and leave it like that, because you can push the spark plug back in a bit hard, a bit more room. So get a washer off a riveting screw, put it over there, act more of a cylinder. Hopefully, not all is the same. Some of them you actually have to cut the thread a bit to check all that. This particular type, they've got a longer bolt, so usually not a problem. Usually, just screw it straight on there. Line it up. Not easy, guys. Doing one hand. Line it up. Back on. Should be the same thread as what was on it. These Chinese stores, they bend and twist to carry on too. You line up well, put the cover on all that. So the bolts a little bit too far back, but we'll move over time with heat. Let's put that on. Things like this are pain, so I'll show you that. Nice and sweet. You can go back in there, undo bolts and move carbies around and stuff like that if you want to. So bolts to one side, so you can. They're all vibrate and move, so I'm not going to bother undoing the bolt. There's already silicone on that carbie and that, so they'll make the silicone come off. So pop that up again, like that. Make sure it does screw on. This is right. The back roughly where it has to be. Like that, so I can put that like that to the left a bit and screw on. Once you start, you'll be fine. I suppose under here would probably be me anyway. Come on. Get thread, start thread. That's on now, but I've got these tags in. Pain in the butt. I have to tag them first, and I won't get on. There's a male thing on there, so you can't just hold it in. Clips in there. I'll get it though. I'll feel though. Come on. Just on. Who said you have to work on Chinese chains also? A lot of people just throw them straight in. They're alright once you work out. They move and carry on, they breathe, they're alive like everything else. And make you lay around till it goes to where it should be. That will move over time because it's got AV joints and stuff. It will move with heat. Give it some time, a couple of heat cycles. Usually fine, don't seat. But you want the effort on tight and probably just seals up all the gaskets. So your tortoise doesn't go into your motor. There you go. One side, that's that side. So there you go, done. That's tight. And now it won't get any dust or crap in the saw itself. So I've got plastic for that there. It goes up the wiring. Make sure you're wiring the head and flywheel. There's a plastic guard for that. It's guard that part there, hold the wiring out of the road. You need it there. And sometimes they don't, it snaps, so you need one, or zip tie them up. Get out of the road. Get into that wiring. You gotta fight. Alright, put the ball starter on. Let me start up, so I'll just put this back together. Okay, so if you're a beginner, I've done this before. I tried getting that bolt there and there. And the reason was I had the top cover down tight, so I had to back off the top cover so I can tighten the other bolts up. It wouldn't line up probably. So everything's pushing against everything. So I'll tighten them up now. I hadn't done two. That was just enough to let things move to where they had to go. Alright, so what we do, I replaced one exhaust bolt because that was stripped. They probably still work, but it looks stripped to me. Replaced the gasket with an old gasket because the old gasket was actually squished tight. Now these gaskets do squish in over time. The old gasket was fine, wasn't broken, it was flat. And I know once I tighten up, she won't go loose. It's a new exhaust. Then these all tight. So one of these bolts, second-hand bolt, that bolt there, second-hand bolt. I've taken the job off. I greased up the bearing in there, cleaned up the shoes and that, so she's right. It's a definite 0.325 rim drive. The cylinder gets it, a thin one, so I went from 25,000 to just under 20,000, about 19,000. You should have a lot more compression now. So really all I do is I put the carb on and I put a market paper air filter up here. So all I do now is put bar and chain. I think it's too late to go cutting outside, but I'll put the bar and chain, start up in the shed, and maybe see what she sounds like. Okay, let's see what she sounds like. Get a frame here. Tune it in, maybe. So I'll try to. Much room in here. Not much room at all, guys. She should start up the fuel from this morning on. Need more compression now. There's blue patches paint out of the exhaust. Should have blown that. Fuel low, so I'll try and adjust that if I can. Yeah, there you go. Okay, screw straight away. That's quality for you. No, too much fuel still. Way out and low. Already up there a little bit. 4. Now I can't find the screw. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Try that then. She's going to change a bit now. It's such a bite with the exhaust. Still too much. That's the timing. We're glad I didn't do more timing on than that. Find the screw. No. It does sound nice though, I like the sound. Come on. I bet these where the screws are bent and you try to find when they're bent. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can't find it, you bastard. No, Although that had a luck. I thought a little bit more. You can tell if I had gone and adjust the timing anymore, it would have stopped it from working. She's humping. Still will work good though, once I tuned in. Little change like that, change a lot of stuff. I can't find the screw it was. There it is there. Right, what is that set? Got the factory setting. I got 1.5 turns. Better keep it on there. That's it. That's 1.5. So we'll see how that sounds. That's meant to be very factory normally. Good. I'll adjust it a little bit more rich, I think. So the chainsaw spinning. Apart from that, look at that. There's a little bit more, so it sounds like easy tune. You hear it changing its note. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright guys, tomorrow we'll do a bit of cutting, tune her up properly. I'll see how it goes. I reckon it'll go well. Alright guys, over and out. Thank you for watching. Here's your sword, Jared. Good work.